Hello, this is William Mckissock with Schoolie Mitchell, your expense reduction consultant. And as you know, if you watch these videos regular, it's Schoolie Mitchell, and personally, we love to promote other businesses on social media. And today I have a very special guest who's been on before, one of my favorite clients. It's Barrett School of Music, and we have Laura Hollis, the owner and CEO of the company. Welcome to the show, Laura.
Thank you.
Well, tell everybody a little bit as a reminder that obviously we record these a while back and then we post them. So tell everybody a little reminder of like who you are and where you come from in relation to owning your music school.
Yeah, so Barrett School of Music, we are headquartered in Tampa. We teach all in-home music lessons. So our teachers are driving around, and the instruments that we teach are piano, voice, guitar, drums, and then string instruments. So violin, viola, cello, and bass. We're actually in our 10th year right now, which is
Wow,
awesome. So we're
congratulations.
in, thank you, Hillsborough County for 10 years. In 2018, we started in Miami, and over the last year or two, we've been slowly creeping into New York. So we have those three areas. Earlier this year, we just started doing some events and lessons in St. Pete as well, just across the bridge from us.
So that's fantastic. So tell everybody a little bit about your background because I know that you're a former opera singer and you're very musically talented. So it's not that you just own the business, you are a musical person. So share that with the audience, please.
Yeah, so my whole like academic background is all music. My mom's side of the family is a long line of musicians. So my mom is a classical pianist. My aunt does musical theater auditions. So she specializes in helping students get in at like NYU or do Broadway auditions, things like that. And then I grew up singing. I obviously played a lot of piano because of my mom, but then I changed to voice in high school because I just thought it was a lot easier than piano. And a fun story that I don't think you even know is in high school, I really wanted to be in my school's show choir, specifically because they wear these like red sparkly dresses. But I look back now and those dresses were like really pretty hideous. So I'm not sure what I saw in them then, but I really wanted to be wearing them. So I made it into that ensemble and started singing a lot more. And then when I studied in college, I did opera. And so my degree is music, not business. But when I graduated, I knew I didn't want to teach in the school system, thanks to my internship, where I realized there's a lot that you have to do as a teacher that's not teaching music. And I was like, I don't think that's for me. And I performed a little bit. My professor set up a small tour for me. But in doing that, I was like, oh, I really like being on stage, but nothing else. And so that wasn't for me either. And I just started teaching privately. So this was now let's see, in like 2011 is when I decided, okay, I'm going to just try and teach a few private lessons. I fumbled around for a minute. And then in 2015 is when I hired my first teacher. And that also felt like a fumble. But when I look back on it now and I've heard other business owners and their stories of kind of accidentally starting a business, I'm like, no, we did great, actually. So I hired my first teacher then. And when I started doing more real true business things, I found a lot of artistry in that compared to music that had really become like very academic. And so from then until now, all of that business, especially strategy stuff, I really love the strategy end and expanding the studio. That stuff really feels super artistic to me. So that I've just picked up as I've gone along, even though music is this very like academic part of my life. And so they've kind of flipped in that regard for me.
Fantastic. So if you're watching this video, you can see Laura eats, sleeps, and lives music. If you're looking for a music school that has that, this is the place to go. You can see Laura's details under her portion of the video. So as you know, Laura, obviously I've done quite a bit of things with your music school. I've done guitar lessons. I did them virtual. You had somebody come to me and help me sing karaoke songs. I've done piano lessons. So share a little bit with the audience as to if they want to reach out to you and learn a lesson about anything musical, how they go about it and what it looks like.
Yeah, so we teach both kids and adults. Something that I don't think a lot of people would assume to be true is that about almost a quarter of the studio at this point is adult students. We're
Yeah.
at a little over 20%. And it's really a similar call when adults call in. It's, I'm not very good, but I just always wanted to play Red Hot Chili Peppers or, whatever the case is. And then from there, regardless of if we're teaching a child or an adult, we really like to customize the lesson content. So we're not using the same methodology from student to student or house to house. We really like to take what I call an asset-based approach, where we're looking at that unique person in front of us, whether that's a 7-year-old or a 50-year-old, and what they like and what their strengths are. And
Yeah.
we're building an education based off of that. Obviously, that's going to look really different just based on those unique interests, but it's fun with our child students where, they might be learning to play Star Wars for an upcoming recital, and our adult students who, some of them, they just want to jump up and sing karaoke and know that they're going to do a good job.
Yeah, I mean, I can attest to that because I've done the three disciplines: guitar lessons, piano lessons, and karaoke singing. And each time it was a different kind of lesson, but it always played to my strengths. And that's what you're saying is like who's the individual? What's your strengths? And let's draw those strengths out and make you better at what you're trying to do. And I can say that I'm not a great guitarist because I don't practice enough, but I have all the skills, I have all the techniques, I have everything that you taught me. That's always there as a baseline to go back to. And I can sing karaoke better than I used to. And that's a 100%. And my family can attest to that. So if you want to reach out to Laura, her details below. As you see, it doesn't matter what age you are. I'm an old guy and I learned some new stuff. You don't have to be a child. You can be any age, anything you want to do musically. Laura can help you get there and move forward with your musical lessons. So, Laura, thank you very much for coming in the show. This has been an absolute pleasure as always. You are one of my favorite clients because you're local and we're kind of friends as well as being the client business relationship. Thank you very much for coming on.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
Absolute pleasure. I'll now hand it over to Dave for the weather.